Oh. So, welcome to this week's episode of Hometown Happenings. So, sorry last week we didn't really have an episode. It was Thanksgiving and
we were building a float.
Yes, we were building a float, which we're going to talk about that. But we did go check out Momentum Coffee, though, over towards Mountain Home. And we have a little video that we're going to put out on Facebook and stuff for you guys to see. It'll be on our YouTube.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite places in the world.
Yeah. Usually she's wearing a Momentum Coffee t-shirt.
It's under here.
Oh, well, yesterday you had a sweatshirt on.
Yes. Most of my wardrobe comes from their rack.
Well, did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah. I had 3 Thanksgivings, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but it was nice.
Did you eat that oyster?
Yes, absolutely we did.
Okay.
It's just me and my dad pretty much that eat it, but yeah.
Any other weird foods that showed up?
Well, we have cherry Coke salad, which is my favorite thing in the world. We'll have it again at Christmas. I'm excited. My dad took all the leftovers home and ate it all himself. I'm surprised that man doesn't have diabetes.
Well, we did have more than just the 3 of us.
You did?
Yeah, so my father-in-law came, and his girlfriend was ill, but she stayed at his, so he has a lake house in Dun City.
Just down the road from
So
me,
she stayed there, and then he came and ate with us, and then we packaged food and sent it home.
that was nice of you.
And, guess what I did? Okay, so mashed potatoes. I didn't tell you about our mashed potatoes.
No, what did you do?
Okay, so on Wednesday night, Ben and Lauren said they'd help me get food ready. So I was like, I gotta make cranberry sauce. You guys go and peel potatoes. So I just set some potatoes on the table for them. So the 2 of them, they're going to town. And they holler at me and they're like, hey, Angela, did I make enough potatoes? So I walk over and look, and this pot is mounding with potatoes. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
So I make them stop. I go wash them, get them all ready. What have you. Thursday, I make potatoes. We've had so many mashed potatoes. Okay, so I put them in a bowl to put on the table because since it was just us, I would let everybody just serve from the table. We passed it around and stuff like a real dinner. We didn't have a buffet line. Yeah, we did the legit thing. No, so I put them out into a separate bowl to put on the table. And they didn't even eat all that were in that bowl. And then when we went to clean up, Lauren was like, it doesn't even look like we ate mashed potatoes. And she's like, we have enough here to feed the whole town.
How many pounds of potatoes?
I don't really know because we had 2 partial bags of potatoes in the fridge.
Yeah.
And so I told them to peel those, use those up. And then I'm not sure if they opened the bag that I bought for Thanksgiving or if they just used the 2 part. We had a lot though. So
we had 20 pounds of potatoes in 3 days.
Oh, wow. Well,
have you met my boys?
We had so many left over that Saturday, we literally ate it Thursday, ate leftovers on Friday, and then Saturday I was like, we got to do something with these
Shepherd's
potatoes.
pie.
Oh, no. We made potato cakes.
Oh, that sounds good.
So I Googled this recipe where you take the mashed potatoes and you add flour and egg.
Yeah.
And then we got our Blackstone out.
Oh, yeah.
And cooked them out on the Blackstone.
Aren't y'all fancy?
And made little potato cakes for breakfast. They were good.
Yeah?
Real good.
Did you freeze them?
You probably could.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, we ate all of them.
Breakfast for dinner. That would have been nice. We had fried potatoes last night because we have more potatoes to get through.
Yeah, I know. You had some in your car.
2 10-pound bags. We ate through half of one of those last night. My kids like fried potatoes.
They obviously do. So that was our way of reusing Thanksgiving dinner. Somebody even said you could put the turkey in your potato cakes to make them a little meatier, I guess.
Well, then you get protein that way.
Yeah.
Be a good way to get protein in.
So I thought that was cool. We also deep fried chickens.
Oh, yeah. You sent me a picture of those. Those actually are pretty
And
good.
I made chicken and dumplings. I'd never made chicken and dumplings before, but I made...
So that's why y'all were so excited with your homemade dumplings. You'd never done it before. I was like, don't y'all do this on a regular... Oh, okay.
No, I'd never made actual... I've made chicken and noodles, and I just buy the frozen noodles and throw them in there and what have you, and it's usually pretty good.
Yeah.
But I made actual dumplings and scooped them in, and
Oh.
And it was really good.
Yeah.
I think I might make it again.
And bring some to work.
Maybe. It was gone.
My birthday's coming up. Maybe that's what I want.
We ate it and it was gone. But it was the the deep fried chickens, like that chicken was really good. Like our turkey too, which I made a tutorial video.
Yeah.
Did you see?
I watched part of it. It was very informative.
Well, Lauren and her videotaping abilities
It's fantastic.
were pretty
Fantastic.
I think she was watching over the phone, not
And watching the phone.
yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. How many chickens did you fry? 2? How long do you think they'll last you?
Oh, well, I put it.
Did you use a whole one in your chicken and dumplings?
So I put meat in the chicken and dumplings, and then the meat from the other 2, I put into 4 different
So 4 meals.
Ziplocs. I just put enough like that you would need for a casserole. So, when you're making a casserole, you don't necessarily use as much as you would like eat.
Yeah, if you were just eating it straight.
I also feel like if you had to add like a can of canned chicken or something to that chicken, 1 can added to that would
be
still,
enough
you know what I'm saying?
but wouldn't kill the flavor of your fried chicken.
Yeah. And I think we're going to fry some more at Christmas.
That'd be a good idea.
I'm gonna buy some more, and because we were able to put 2 on the thing that you drop down in there, so we could do 2 at once.
That's
Because
nice.
2 of those chickens is about the size of a turkey.
1 turkey.
So we were able to just drop them in 2 at a time.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna get some more, and also we're thinking about doing a deep fried prime rib for Christmas.
Really? You can do that?
Yes,
More power to you. Let me know how it turns out.
I will. So we decided that on Thanksgiving, that deep fried prime rib, something different.
Yeah. I bet that would be good.
So Monday night,
you made me hike 15 miles in the cold. That's what I know about Monday night.
well, I made you do a lot of work on Sunday too.
Yeah. No joke. People don't realize how festive I am.
Even though you wear black.
I jogged.
Golly, I'm joking.
Don't die.
Even though you wear black, you still jingle these bells.
I did. I tied them to my coveralls and ran down the highway like this. That's probably too close to my microphone. Sorry, people. How far did we walk?
Well, I know that my watch said 4 miles was the whole day's worth of walking.
Well, and you walked to Camp Jack from where we were waiting.
Oh, yeah.
So you probably did get a little bit on me. But
I think the parade's like a mile and a half, probably.
I jogged like 2/3 of that parade because I kept getting like off track. I ran around the float.
Well, I know
front
I
of the
saw
float.
you changing sides and stuff.
Yeah, I
When
was
you
spreading
saw
the
different
joy.
people that you needed on the other side and back,
I was balancing it out because we only had one person on either side handing out candy, and I was afraid people were gonna get missed.
So, what about? Did you like about building the
None of it.
float?
Not a single part of it. It was a lot of work. A lot of work. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did.
You're nuts. You're nuts.
What did we build?
A house, an entire house. I feel like that should be disclosed up front. Why did Drea not enjoy building the biggest float in existence in Harrison, Arkansas? That's it.
It really was the biggest one I saw there.
And it was hand built like every step of the way. We should have recorded us putting that roof on.
Yeah, we should have.
On 2x4s, lifted up, balancing. I almost hit Tyra in the head with a 2x4 on accident.
Should we tell people how we built it?
I think so. I think it'd be really cool. So the house
This was
structure
all Drea's idea.
was made out of carpet, the inside of carpet rolls, the tubes that come out of carpet rolls. And we screwed them into 2x4 like you would do studs in a house. And we built the walls and then stood them up.
Right. And we stood them up on a trailer.
And then tied them together.
And so we only had the 2 sides, the end pieces
Were open.
We put sheets up to kind of resemble walls.
Right, and to keep the characters inside a little warmer.
Right.
We had Margot and Todd at the beginning of the float. And behind them was a AI-generated custom banner of the home, the neighbor's house behind them, which faced the truck. And they were in silver, what are those?
Windsuits.
It was pretty fantastic. Margot looked fantastic. And then we had the house.
Todd had a wardrobe malfunction.
Did he?
Yeah.
What happened to Todd?
His pants ripped.
Oh, yeah, his pants ripped. Like, all the...
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
That's why we took duct tape.
You duct taped his pants?
Yeah.
I was wondering how that got fixed. All right. Well, our go bag was good for something.
Yes.
I
We
was
were
really
good.
surprised at how well it held on going all the way from the office to way down 7 South.
Yeah. So the roof of our house was just made out of cardboard boxes
And
laid
1
flat.
by 2s.
And then 1x2s. And the carpet rolls were very sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
They were attached to 2x4s. But the roof was pretty flimsy.
Mm-hmm. But it had how many rolls of lights on it holding it down?
Like 10.
Yeah.
But it still would catch wind from time to time.
When my dad was pulling it down there, he said anything above 12 miles an hour and it started to lift off. So,
Yeah.
I know the carload of people I had was wondering why we couldn't go faster, but I was watching it and I was like, no, this is definitely, we're topped out here.
Yeah.
So inside we had Clark. So it was like the living room scene, Clark.
You're right.
And Cousin Eddie.
With the moose mugs, drinking eggnog.
Literally drinking eggnog out of moose mugs.
They had legit
Are
eggnog.
those still in the sink?
Oh yeah, the moose mugs, they're probably
were.
there.
I'm gonna go check. So we did the moose mugs.
She's leaving the scene
Maybe not. Yes, they're dirty. They need to be
to go
washed.
find the moose mugs.
Found it.
She's back. So
Legit.
for those of you who we should be drinking out of those today.
Yeah, we really should. They really need to be clean. That's gross.
But
They're
yeah,
acrylic.
for those of you that are watching, we have the legit moose mugs and we drank eggnog. And then at one point somebody was handing out hot cocoa and we added hot cocoa to them
to warm us up.
and drank out of the moose mugs then.
Grab the squirrel.
Oh yeah, and then Clark had the squirrel attached to his back.
Yep, it was sitting up on his shoulders. So anytime he turned, you would be looking at him thinking, oh, what a great costume. He looks fantastic. And then when he turned around and talked to Cousin Eddie, this dude's sitting on his back. And oh, how many people cracked up?
Yeah, we have some photos. We'll post them.
Cousin Eddie, who is Mr. Kelly Greer, who's usually white-headed and white
Oh
mustached.
yeah, no. Laura went all out, his wife, and got him in costume.
Oh, black, slick back hair. It was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go back inside the garage when I walked out and seen him for the first time. I was laughing so hard.
When Sherry came in as Margot, she added a wig to make her hair longer and did the whole 80s frizz and the sunglasses.
She didn't even look
Sherry
close to
cracks
Sherry.
me up.
She gets serious
Because
about
she
this.
gets serious. Anytime we ask her to do anything, she takes it full force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then Kelly Greer was in the what is that called? A dickie?
Yeah.
Inside drinking out of the moose mug with Cousin Eddie, and we also had the uncle.
Yes.
I don't know the uncle's name.
I don't know his name either, but Dan was the uncle.
Dan was the uncle, and his hair was attached to his hat.
So
I do have videos of that.
every time he would take his hat off, his hair came with him, and
he had
people
a
thought that
cigar.
was hilarious. Oh yeah, we made him a cigar
out of brown
out
paper.
of brown paper
red felt.
and that red felt. The brown paper from our Hawaiian palm trees. We made Hawaiian palm trees.
We do lots of crafty things people don't realize.
Yes. We made palm trees in November for another event that we did, and then we took the paper off of the palm trees and made a
rolled
cigar.
Cigar. And he kept it in his mouth, so by the time we got to the end of the float, at the end of the parade, he literally looked like he had smoked it down because it had gotten
It got
wet.
soggy and nasty.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh gosh.
But my favorite part was when you went past inside the house, we had the burned up tree.
Yeah.
We had a cat
Our
in the tree.
tree was terrible.
It was fantastic because it fit the vibe.
Yes. And it was a legit real tree that one of our agents, Carolyn, her husband cut it down off their property. Mm-hmm. And it was a cedar tree that had
we
seen its
ruined.
better days. And then we made it worse. And we put a
Cat in it.
cat in it. Yeah, that's what it was.
It was a cat. And then you went behind the house.
It wasn't really a cat, but we made it look like a cat.
No, Tyra bought
It was like a lamb.
A lamb.
And we cut its ears off.
That's really terrible. That's terrible.
Well, they didn't have a cat, so we made it work.
That still sounds really terrible. It was a lamb, but we cut its ears off. Behind the house was an RV that we
Yes.
built out of boxes.
Yep.
And we just we attached them all together. It's a wonder that stayed together.
Yeah. We got some good tape.
Yeah, we do. Duct tape. We painted it all up. We
It
even
doesn't
painted
paint
rust
very
on
well,
it,
by
though.
the way.
Sherry and her rust painting
Hey,
skills.
I did some of that.
I'll give you some credit, but Sherry has some like artistic
Fine.
genius in there.
Well, her air
Oh my
vent, when we
gosh.
sent her to Goodwill to get curtains,
And
she
she comes back
decided
with
to
air
put
vents.
curtains on the side of the box that were like all janky. Like we had like wine curtains
Oh, they were
from like
nice.
the 90s. And then she found an air vent. And so we put an air vent on the side of it.
And then Carly brought a septic hose to run out the back of it to my favorite character,
Yeah.
Franklin, Cousin Eddie, with his, we can't say bad words on the show, but the septic needed to be emptied. And he stood on the back in his bathrobe and his awesome hat. And it was really a whole team effort. And it made it
And
came together really
Franklin,
great.
poor guy, he was the one, he legit wore shorts and he had tall socks on, but he braved from 5 o'clock to
Till 9?
9 something out there in the cold. It was very cold.
It was like
in shorts
26
and his
degrees.
bathrobe.
Yeah.
I told somebody who messaged me that I knew, he messaged me and was like, is he wearing shorts? And I
Absolutely.
said, yes, he is. I said, we take buying and selling houses as seriously as we take the Christmas parade.
Very much so. If you think we go all out for this.
Just hire one of us to sell your house.
And then the icing on the cake of the Christmas parade is now the song that I hate because it played on a loop the entire Christmas parade.
Oh,
The one I created with the theme song, and I overlaid clips from the movie in it.
oh goodness.
I cannot stand that song anymore. And Travis keeps quoting it.
Well, you had the movie clips from everything.
Even the
The
screeching
grandma,
cat.
I pledge allegiance.
Yeah. And her singing the national anthem as she lifted the lights on the house. But I really liked the song when we first put it together, but by the time we started the parade, I was way over it.
So we didn't win.
No, we didn't.
But I feel like we were people's choice, if
Absolutely.
anything. And we had a great time.
Yeah, we did.
So it's not always about necessarily winning or losing,
No,
but
we all got to come together as a team
exactly, and
And-
work together to build it.
and actually spend some time together hanging out rather than working, because we all do that.
We honestly didn't really have any disagreements either. Like that was one thing me and Travis were talking about, that we didn't disagree.
No.
Like I think there were times that we did, like I know that I wasn't in favor of some of the ways we were doing things, but we just all sat back and let it go.
Do not sing.
It's your favorite
Do not
movie.
sing. I knew that was coming.
And
Yeah, we did all get along, didn't we? We
yeah,
made it work.
and we made it work. So that is kind of our recap of the Christmas parade.
And now we're hungover from
Yeah.
walking 15 million miles.
We really all felt yesterday like, I felt like that float ran me over.
I just feel like it was just all of the build up because we worked on it for 2 weeks prior.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, we all came out to try to
And we
put
spent
it
about
together.
4 hours on it then, and we spent about 4 hours on it on Monday.
And I really think it was just all of this anticipation that took toll on us rather than the walking.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. And all that lifting we did. It was a lot of work. I know the roof wasn't heavy, but lifting it
The
up over your head the way we did. And you know me, I'm scared of heights. And you guys had me on that dang ladder on a trailer that's already 3 foot off the ground.
You were fine. We would have broken your fall. We wouldn't have caught you, but we at least would have been what you landed on.
I think I'm more fearful of the fall than I am of the actual height.
That makes sense.
That's more my deal. It's not the being up in the air.
You're
Because
afraid
Lauren
what's
asked me, she's like, how do you ride roller coasters? And I was like, well, I don't care then because I know like I'm not going to fall out.
You're seat belted in.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So, one thing I did want to say on the podcast today. So Lauren was home yesterday.
Honest. Okay.
She doesn't work on Tuesdays and she only has one online class.
Oh.
And when I left yesterday at noon, she hadn't made it out of the recliner. Okay. So I was not I did not have much, what is my
Low
word?
expectations.
There we go. That's the word I'm looking for.
Low
And
expectations.
that anything was going to happen. But when I came home last night, she had cooked dinner.
Nuh-uh.
Yes. She made us these meatballs that I bought and vegetables and rice. And she learned how to use the rice cooker. And so she made us dinner. And then I had city council, and so I left to go to city council.
How long were you at city council?
Till 10 o'clock. And then I got home from that, and she had cleaned up all of the kitchen, put all of the stuff away, and there were still some dishes that I had washed that I needed to put up from previous. She put all of that up, and I went in the living room, and she had picked up the living room, all the blankets, dog toys, all that stuff. I was like, are you okay? And I made it a point to tell her again this morning that I really appreciated it because...
Did she leave a note somewhere of what she's wanting for Christmas?
Yeah, I don't know. She knows that there's not going to be much. Mm-hmm. So she can do all this all she wants. It doesn't change.
Sorry, Lauren. I tried, buddy. I tried.
It doesn't change. What she gets is what she's going to get.
Luke asked me for a motorcycle today for Christmas. And when I told him no to that, and he's like, well, do you think I could get a drag car?
Well,
his 8th birthday's coming up in May.
And he wants a drag car?
He can race at our hometown racetrack where we went my whole life, down at Centerville. He will be of age to drive junior dragsters, and he knows it. And he's been counting down the days. And I'm like, buddy, that's not in our time frame or the budget right now. So I'm trying to let him down gently because I know he's just like his grandpa, and cars are just like...
Well, I know. Well, what about Grandpa Brian? He might want to get in one.
Yeah, I told him, go talk to your beau. Go see what Bo says. But yeah, that's what I was like, well, can we have low expectations for Christmas? But Luke's been doing really good, so I hate to have to tell him no, but it is what it is.
So something that's happening this weekend, we're talking about Christmas, Santa Shuffle.
Oh, that's Saturday.
Yeah, I know you're not going to be there because...
No, it's my anniversary.
Yeah, but I will be there. Mm-hmm. And there are a few others of us that will be. So if any of you guys listening are there, come see me.
What is it?
So it's a fundraiser for NARMC. And basically we dress up like Santa Clauses and run around the square. But
Do you have to bring your own Santa suit?
Nope, they provide it. But you have to donate a toy. So it's a way they do a toy drive.
Oh, you're doing like a swap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Toy for an outfit.
Correct.
Okay.
So that's going to be a fun little event around the square on Saturday. So even if you can't participate, it's probably going to be fun just to come and...
Make fun of those who are.
Exactly. Look at all of us retards.
Running around with your Santa suits on. Please tell me there's beards.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, please take selfies.
Okay.
I'm going to miss it.
Another cool thing that's happening this weekend, and it's not in Harrison, but it's in Branson.
That's not very far away.
The grand opening of the Yard milkshake bar.
The Yard? Like as in the one at Gulf Shores?
Yeah.
We're getting one in Branson?
Yeah, everybody's been talking about it.
Well, why hasn't no one told me about it?
So, like the big
Have you ever went to one of those?
No, I've never been. So, I'll probably go this weekend.
Can we do a podcast there?
Well, not this weekend, but probably.
Oh my gosh, they're huge.
The first 100 customers score a free scoop of irresistible cookie dough.
Yeah, because they have edible cookie dough. It's not just milkshakes. Like, not die of food poisoning cookie dough. I didn't realize we were getting... Is it on the landing? Does it say?
It's on Main Street, so it's somewhere down that way. Let's open in maps and see what happens.
No, I love the bar in the Yard bar, whatever, milkshake bar down at Gulf Shores. The boys, but what we found like the first time when we went is that we need to share, like each person doesn't get their own because they're massive. But my husband gets so frustrated with me because I always insist on getting the souvenir mason jar. Mm-hmm. And it's like $20 for a mason jar that literally just says the Yard on it.
Oh.
And he gets a little irritated with me.
So it's just down from like Bob Evans.
That's not very far off 65.
No, it's not. It's the opposite way of Chick-fil-A, but...
So you go like you're trying to go down the main drag.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So, like for us, coming from Harrison, we get off like we were going to go to Casey's and Chick-fil-A, but go left, and it's just down on your right.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't realize that was happening.
Mm-hmm. So that's this weekend. And then there are a few on Sunday. Aunt B's Bed and Biscuit in Bergman. She's
the dog boarding place.
And she has daycare. She's doing a take a picture with Santa and donations that are made for that, go to the Harrison Police Department K-9 unit.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah, anybody that attends, you have to have your dog's updated shot records and bring those with you because she doesn't want to spread any sort of anything around. But they have pictures with Santa, stockings for the Bark Buddies, and goodies for the family.
That's pretty cool.
So that's out in Bergman, and Aunt B is really cool. I did a fundraiser for the Ozark Humane Society with her a few months ago.
Yeah?
And yeah, she's super sweet. Sophie and Glenn love it there. I wish that she wasn't so busy that she could do more daycare days, but she has so many boarders that she's too full to do daycare. But Sophie and Glenn would love to go every day to daycare. I had to be mean and tell them no today. It was a hard day.
What else we got coming up?
Sassy Wags is doing pictures with Santa on Saturday with their pups.
Cool. Sassy Wags is down there off the square.
So they're doing hot cocoa and paw print paintings and pup cups. Also, don't forget that you can nominate your neighbor.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that. To decorate your yard up and go nominate your neighbor so that they can win whatever it is that they can win for being festive.
Friday, Modern August is going to be at Tallgrass.
Okay, Modern August is the band that...
is coming to our anniversary party tomorrow.
And the resort.
Yeah,
he was
at the Diamond City Lake Resort.
He's had him down there.
Yep.
He said he plays all sorts of different...
genres. Yep.
Maybe
and writes his own music, and he doesn't just come and play cover songs, basically. He plays his own stuff, too.
Sweet.
And then, did you see something about us getting... You tagged me in it. Nino's?
I don't know. I tagged you in it?
Yes.
And I already forgot what it was. That sounds accurate.
Some sort of new restaurante.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember specifics at this point.
And now it's not on my Facebook. I don't know where it went. Nino's Brewing Company or Nino's. It was Neno.
I don't know. Whatever happened with that? We were supposed to be getting the sister brewing company to the one that's in Mountain Home down on the square. Did we ever hear what happened with that?
No. That's what I thought that might be.
No, I don't think so. I believe the one in Mountain Home's called Wraps. Yeah, we need to look into that.
We do.
That new Commerce Mall is having a winter open house thing coming up soon too. I saw it on social media today. I didn't realize how big of a place that was.
Oh yeah, It used to be the furniture store.
Commerce Mall is what it's called now.
It's really cool building. It's got all the different room divided where they had living room furniture displays and bedrooms and.
Yeah, and I guess now they have a coffee shop in there.
Yes, on the second floor they have a little restaurant.
But they were talking about they had a big Black Friday sale. I just saw them. It popped up in my events that I was invited to. I can't find the details on your Facebook, of course, but I did see it. We can post specifics about that when we come across it.
I did see something about that. The Commerce Mall is a pretty cool place. Grand opening.
That's what it is. Business after hours, grand opening. When is that? December.
After hours are back. This month, the Commerce Mall bringing together the business community of downtown Harrison in an afternoon of networking and exploring all the businesses. Join us to celebrate Commerce Mall and the many small businesses finding their home in downtown Harrison.
So it's on a Thursday, December 14th.
And they have coffee and other treats. There's Santa and the Grinch photos and an elves workshop for the kids. So it's from 4:30 to 5:30. 4 to 5:30. 4 to 5:30.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Good reason to be down on the square. Did you see that Bee's Boutique won the window painting
thing? Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, happy for her.
Yes, very much.
And then Carly Akers with, it's Carly Williamson, is doing another charcuterie class in December.
When? Are we going to that?
Yeah, she was talking about doing a dessert one. I don't know if she settled on one, but she's also got different boards available for the holidays because she did a bunch for Thanksgiving, that you could have delivered or picked up. But she's going to offer different styles of boards for Christmas. It's a really great way to not have to come up with something to tape to
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did a really nice one for us at our open house.
Yeah, she did. She did a fantastic job.
Yeah, we may have to get her on here to talk about how to.
We'll do that before the holidays so that she can talk about the trays that she's going to offer.
Yeah. So look forward to that in the coming weeks. We'll talk about.
We'll track her down.
We'll track her down and get her to come tell us about building a charcuterie board, because they actually are a lot easier than you think. After I took the class.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Did you see my board?
It didn't look bad.
It was missing some pieces.
Oh, whatever. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in today, and hopefully we'll have some more events for you in the coming weeks and as we move into the Christmas holiday.
Yeah. Thanks for popping in. See ya.